Everyone wants to claim the Sigma label these days. It's become trendy, a badge people wear to feel special. But being a true Sigma isn't about calling yourself one or following some internet checklist. It's about natural behaviors and authentic choices. Here's the thing, genuine Sigma traits can't be faked. They're not poses you strike or roles you play. They're deeply ingrained patterns that come from a place of true independence and self-awareness. Dr. Robert Greene, an expert in human behavior, puts it perfectly. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. When it comes to spotting fake Sigma behavior, actions never lie. Do you think you're a Sigma male? Let's cut through the myths and look at the hard truth. These aren't just random behaviors. They're dead giveaways that expose the difference between genuine Sigma traits and wannabe posturing. Before we dive in, remember this isn't about shaming anyone. It's about understanding reality versus social media fiction. Because while everyone's rushing to claim the Sigma label, few understand what it truly means. Let's explore 5 actions that prove you're not the Sigma you think you are, no matter how much you try to convince yourself otherwise. Number 1. You secretly hate when others succeed. Have you ever wondered why success makes some people uncomfortable? Not just mildly jealous, but genuinely upset when someone else achieves something great? These days, thousands claim the Sigma male label, believing a few independent traits make them special. But nothing exposes their true nature quite like their reaction to others' victories. Success is a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see. For those falsely claiming Sigma status, other people's achievements trigger something uglier. A deep, gnawing jealousy that reveals their true nature. A true Sigma celebrates success differently. When someone achieves something remarkable, he doesn't feel threatened. He sees it as proof that progress is possible, as inspiration, as another data point in understanding human potential. But you feel something else entirely. Watch your internal reaction when a colleague gets promoted. Do you immediately start listing reasons why they don't deserve it? Do you minimize their achievement, pick apart their strategy, or try to find flaws in their success? That's not a Sigma trait. That's insecurity dressed up as critique. Psychologically, this reaction comes from a scarcity mindset. You see success as a limited resource, believing that someone else's win means less opportunity for you. A true Sigma understands that success is expansive. One person's achievement doesn't diminish another's potential. Your jealousy reveals something deeper. You're more invested in comparing yourself to others than in improving yourself. While you're busy counting someone else's coins, a real Sigma is focused on minting his own. Notice how you can't genuinely congratulate others without a subtle dig. Nice job, but becomes your signature phrase. You might think you're being subtle, but your envy leaks through every carefully constructed sentence. The most telling sign is that you spend more energy analyzing others' success than creating your own. Every moment you waste in jealousy is a moment stolen from your own potential. Remember, Sigma males don't compete, they create. They don't compare, they improve. Your secret hatred of others' success is the loudest confession that you're not the Sigma you claim to be. Number 2. You can't see past your ego. True Sigma males have something that sets them apart. They don't need their ego stroked. But if you're constantly trying to prove how great you are, you're missing the whole point. Let's break this down in simple terms. Think about how you act when someone criticizes you. Do you get defensive right away? Do you need to prove them wrong? Do you keep thinking about it for days? That's your ego talking, and it's a clear sign you're not as Sigma as you think. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Real Sigma males don't care what others think. It's not that they ignore feedback. They just don't let it shake their core. When someone points out their flaws, they can look at it honestly without their ego getting in the way. They might think, is this true? Can I learn from this? Instead of, how dare they say that about me? Watch how you react when someone else succeeds. If you feel the need to downplay their achievements or bring up your own accomplishments, that's ego at work. A true Sigma celebrates others' wins without feeling threatened. Here's a simple test. Can you admit when you're wrong? Can you learn from people you don't like? Can you let others have the spotlight? If these things make you uncomfortable, you're probably letting your ego run the show. The truth is, real Sigma males don't need to defend their worth. They don't need to be the smartest in the room or win every argument. Their confidence is quiet because it comes from within, not from what others think of them. Remember, if you have to tell everyone how Sigma you are, you probably aren't. Number 3. You never know when to keep your mouth shut. Ancient philosopher Epictetus said it best. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Yet one of the biggest tells of a fake Sigma male is their constant need to fill every silence with their voice. Pay attention to group conversations. A wannabe Sigma feels compelled to comment on everything, share their opinion on every topic, and make sure everyone knows how smart they are. They jump into discussions they know nothing about, offering half-baked thoughts just to be heard. Real Sigma males understand the power of selective speech. They speak when they have something valuable to say, not just to hear their own voice. Psychologist Dr. Sarah Mitchell points out an interesting pattern. People who constantly talk often feel insecure about their place in the group. They use words to establish presence, to prove their worth, to make sure they're not forgotten. This behavior is the opposite of true Sigma traits. Watch what happens during conflicts or heated discussions. Fake Sigma males can't help but get involved, even when it's not their business. They'll offer unsolicited advice, take sides in other people's arguments, or share private information just to seem important. They mistake being noisy for being noteworthy. A genuine Sigma male grasps something most people never learn. Silence can be more powerful than speech. They understand that constant talking dilutes their message, that over-explaining weakens their position, and that some thoughts are better kept private. They've learned the art of strategic silence, knowing when to speak up and when to let their actions do the talking. The need to vocalize every thought, defend every position, or insert yourself into every conversation reveals a fundamental insecurity that true Sigma males don't carry. While others compete to be heard, real Sigma males let their silence speak volumes. Number 4, you act without thinking, then blame others. You think you're a Sigma male because you follow your gut and don't let others control your actions. You pride yourself on being spontaneous, on not letting rules or conventions hold you back. But here's what you're missing. There's a massive difference between independent thinking and reckless behavior. Sure, you make quick decisions. You jump into situations without hesitation. Maybe sometimes it works out, and that reinforces your belief that you're being Sigma. But when things go wrong, that's when your true colors show. Suddenly, it's your boss's fault for not being clear enough, your friend's fault for not warning you, society's fault for being unfair. Military strategist Sun Tzu wrote, "The wise warrior avoids the battle." Real Sigma males aren't impulsive. They're strategic. They understand that true independence comes from careful thought, not knee-jerk reactions. They take responsibility for their choices because they made those choices consciously. Think about your last few mistakes. Did you own them completely, or did you find ways to shift the blame? Did you think through the consequences before acting, or did you just rush in and hope for the best? A genuine Sigma's independence isn't about acting without thought. It's about thinking independently before acting. You might mistake your impulsiveness for Sigma traits, like not following the crowd or making your own path. But here's the reality. If you can't take full responsibility for your actions, you're not displaying independence, you're showing immaturity. The hardest pill to swallow is that Sigma males don't need to justify their mistakes or find scapegoats. True freedom means accepting both the choices they make and the consequences that follow. Number 5, you always talk too much and regret it later. You're really good at reading people, you keep your guard up with strangers, and you stay quiet around fake personalities, so you think you have keen judgment, that your Sigma radar is always on point. But the moment someone mirrors your mindset or appears to understand you, that's when your filters drop completely. It looks like you've nailed the first part, being selective about who you open up to, but where you slip is what happens next. Once someone passes that first barrier, shows a hint of real understanding, you mistake it for complete trustworthiness. Suddenly, you're sharing your deepest thoughts, revealing your future plans, and explaining your life story. On the other hand, a true Sigma male maintains multiple layers of trust that take months, even years, to fully penetrate. Author Robert Greene warns in The Laws of Human Nature that people's true nature reveals itself in time, not in words. Yet here you are, dropping all your guards just because someone showed the right signals or said what you wanted to hear. Every private thought you express, every story you tell, every feeling you describe, they all come back to haunt you later. You find yourself lying awake at night, replaying conversations, wishing you could take back certain words. "Why did I tell them that?" becomes your midnight mantra. You justify it as being real or authentic with people who seem to get you, but here's what you're missing. Trust isn't earned in a single conversation or even several. It's proven over time through actions, not words. Each time you overshare, you're not just giving away information, you're bypassing important trust-building stages. Every long explanation, every detailed story, every emotional revelation shows that you're still learning to balance openness with discretion. While true Sigma males may be guarded, they also know how to share selectively and maintain their own boundaries. Trust is a delicate thing, not to be thrown around carelessly. It's not about being silent or distant. It's about understanding that real trust and genuine connection develop gradually through multiple layers of proven reliability, not just through moments of apparent understanding. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on Sigma males and other related topics. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay strong and keep evolving.